Hi guys! Welcome back to another family fun Christmas craft. Our first craft was the Advent wreath. Our second was cookie decorating. And today you're going to learn how to make this stable ornament. You will need 8 popsicle sticks, glue, scissors, yarn, a piece of yellow paper or white paper, and a yellow crayon. And if you want to get really fancy, some brown paint and a paintbrush. Now we're going to start with all 8 of our popsicle sticks. I'm going to show you how to put it together, and then we'll take it apart and glue it all together. So let's start from the top. This is basically just so you guys can get a feel for what it'll look like. We're going to take one popsicle stick and place it horizontally. I'm doing this upside down so you guys can see it. Then we take another stick and put it as if it's kind of like an L. We do the same thing with this popsicle stick. And another. And one more. So you'll have a total of 6 popsicle sticks right now. One on the bottom and the other 5 across. Then we take our last 2 popsicle sticks and place them on top as if it's like an upside down V. And that's how we get our roof. Now, we're going to take a marker or a pen or a crayon, and I'm just going to mark where the roof meets the popsicle sticks, because we need to cut the popsicle sticks. So here we go. Just gonna cut make a little line where it meets. Do the same here. We're not gonna cut the middle, but we will cut these last 2. And they're not gonna be the same size. 2 of them will have the same height, 2 of them will have the same height, and then 4 will not be cut at all. And now, I'm gonna take it all apart and cut where I placed my lines. Now you're welcome to cut them diagonally like your lines were, or horizontally. I'm gonna cut horizontally. Now watch out. When you cut, that happens. They kind of fly everywhere. So make sure no one's sitting across from you. 2 down. Again, do not cut the middle one. 3 down, and 4. So again, 2 will be the same height, 2 more will be the same height, and then 4 will not be cut at all. Now let's assemble. Let's do the same thing we did at the very beginning. Take one popsicle stick, put it down. Take one of your smaller sticks that we cut, and now we're going to glue it to the bottom piece, just like we did at the beginning. We're going to create that L again. It's just a shorter L this time. You want to hold it for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a really great counting exercise if you want to do that. So now we'll take one of our other pieces, one of the longer ones we cut, and glue it down right next to it. Hold that down for 10 seconds. Now take one of your pieces that you did not cut and glue it on down. Again, just 10 more seconds. You're welcome to hold it for longer if you'd like. 10 is basically the minimum, just to make sure that it sticks. And I'm using wood glue, so if you're using super glue, it might take a little longer than 10 seconds, but this is my experience. Okay, now we take another of our longer pieces and glue it down. The reason we're making a stable ornament is because Christmas isn't just about, the cookies and the hot chocolate and the decorations or presents. It's about Jesus. And so we want to make sure that we're remembering him at this wonderful time. Now take your shortest piece and glue it down. And Jesus wasn't born in a hospital. He wasn't born in someone's house. Mary and Joseph, his parents, didn't even have a place to stay. They didn't have a hotel room, an Airbnb, nothing. So they had to go to a stable, and that's where Jesus was born. A stable is where animals live. And so Jesus was born there, and it was a humble beginning for him because Jesus came to earth, was born as a baby, humbly, and was a servant leader. So we want to make sure that we're remembering that and remembering Jesus at this time. So that's why when we make our stable ornament, it helps us to remember him and all the love that he gave. So let's take our last two popsicle sticks that have not been cut, and let's create that V again, the upside down V. And you want to make sure this time that you put glue on your popsicle stick that's going to span enough of the stick to be able to be glued onto 3 of those popsicle sticks. You might need to hold this one down a little longer than 10 seconds. Just put all your weight into it. And now our last piece. Let's do the same thing on the other side. This creates our root. I'll count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, very good, guys. This is where our paper comes in. If you have a yellow piece of paper, great. Go ahead and draw a star and cut it out. If you have a white piece of paper like me, you can draw a star and then color it in yellow and cut it out. Now I've already drawn my star and colored it in, so I'm just going to cut it out. And then we're going to glue it on. Remember, there was a star that guided the wise men and the shepherds to the stable so they could meet Jesus? That's why we're putting the star on top. So let's glue it down. All right, so now you have 2 options. One, you can leave it like this, and it'll look like that. Or you can paint it brown, and it'll look like this. I'm gonna paint it brown. So, grab my handy dandy paint, my handy dandy paintbrush, and we're gonna go to town. If you don't want to paint, you can skip this part. If you do want to paint, join me. I'm finished painting. And now what we need to do is put our yarn on the back so that we can make this an ornament. You want to wait until your paint has dried and your glue has dried. So maybe go off, grab a snack, make some hot chocolate, do whatever you need to do, and then come back. I'm going to show you how to do it with my ornament that I already made. On the back, at the top, you'll take your yarn Remember, start it off like this. And you'll glue one side of the yarn onto the stick. And then you'll take your other end and kind of glue it on the other side so it makes a loop. And once the glue dries, you'll be able to hang it onto your tree. Well guys, I've had so much fun making these Christmas crafts with y'all. It was wonderful making the Advent wreath to kind of really get us to understand the importance of spending time together as a family, really remembering Jesus and learning about what he did out of his great love for us. And then it was so much fun baking cookies and decorating them with you guys last week. That's just a fun thing to do. We can always enjoy cookies together and giving them as gifts to people. But last but not least, this one was probably my favorite because it's definitely a reminder anytime we see this of Jesus and why we celebrate Christmas. So guys, I love you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And next week is our Christmas Eve pageant. I can't wait for you guys to see the video. I'll see you later. Bye.